I was the leader of LogicX winners of SIH. So yeah, let's begin. Right now, cross-border entity verification between India and Singapore is broken. It takes about 90 days, costs over $2,500 per check, and requires sending raw sensitive PII across borders, which directly violates India's DPDB Act and Singapore's PDPA. We fixed it. We built a zero-knowledge sovereign credential process. Let's walk through the architecture. Here is how Trust Fabric architecture works. We have divided system into three distinct zones, as you can see, to guarantee absolute data sovereignty. On the right, we have Singapore Verifier Node, a financial institution like DBS Bank initiates an onboarding KYC via SG TradeX Gateway. As you can see here, initiates onboarding. Okay, but instead of requesting raw data, this request hits our middle layer, the cross-border trust bridge. This is a highly scalable stateless API gateway built on Java and Spring Boot. It uses Redis and Postgres strictly for routing. Zero PII is ever stored here. It simply forwards a mathematical challenge to the data's home country, which is India. Okay, this brings us to the India data origin node. The request hit our Java-based local enclave and securely queries raw sovereign data from local databases like DigiLocker account aggregator. The raw data never leaves this environment. Okay, so instead of local ZK circuit compiler powered by Circum evaluates the bank's business logic locally. It compiles a Groth16 ZK proof, takes the answer and turns it into an unforgettable mathematical hash and sends only that proof back across the bridge. Yes. So as the verifiable ZKP payload routes back to Singapore in under 2 seconds, the gateway simultaneously fires an asynchronous audit report to a permissioned audit ledger running on Hyperledger Fabric, ensuring central banks have a tamper-proof log like this. Okay, so yeah, so let's see this in action on a bilateral gateway protocol. Okay, so this is just a demo of how it will look like this, like not look like how it will work. So this is just a demo. So what you're looking at is our official nodal interface. On the left we have the India account aggregator source. On the right, the Singapore SG TradeX destination. Notice raw data status on the left says restricted to comply with localization laws. Okay, so I'm going to initiate the verification. Watch closely, please. The system is now computing the Groth16 ZKP locally inside the Indian enclave. No raw files are being sent or attached or uploaded. The mathematical proof is generated and transmitted, and the right there in less than 2 seconds, the Singapore authority verifies the cryptographic proof. The entity is instantly qualified for cross-border credit. Down there, here in the compliance panel, you can see the immutable fabric ledger has recorded the exact timestamp and ZKP hash of this transaction for regulatory auditing. With Trust Fabric, we collapse 90 days process into 2 seconds. We reduce institutional onboarding cost from $2,500 to a $5 API fee. Most importantly, we eliminate data breach liability completely by ensuring not a single byte of raw personal data ever crosses the border. Thank you.